All right, it looks like it is time to call the meeting to order here as soon as I find my notes. Okay. And we'll ask Lion Bob Finish to do the pledge for us, please. Lion Bob.
The pledge, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well done.
Excellent.
Now
Thank
the
you.
Invocation.
And Lion Sharon, would you give us invocation, please?
Wait a minute.
Oh, really? Okay.
Set me up with that.
Well, okay, I'll say thank you, Lord, for all the good people in the group. And hopefully by June the 15th, we'll all be able to get together in person and go back to our normal meetings and have a good time.
Yeah.
Superb. Thank you. Well done. Very good. All right. Now, where do we go next? We go to somebody. Zenny, how come you're on there twice? But it looks good to me.
I don't
but
know.
You're on there twice. Oh, Lyle fixed it. All right. Okay.
I didn't fix it. It was something.
It was something. Okay. All right. Now we go to Secretary Joe. And do we have any correspondence of importance?
Just the customary letter of gratitude from the Lion's Eye Foundation.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks to the Lion's Eye Foundation and that big sign that they have up there that says, "I left my glasses in San Francisco," and which is very nice. Okay, that's it. All right. Let's go on to some of the committee reports and see where we are, where we're going to. Youth and community is done. When do we want to start it? Lion Lyle, you got any idea?
As soon as I find my mind, I'll get it going. Thank you.
Try the Fairlawns. Okay. What about the football pool? When do we want to, well, the schedule is out. The 49ers schedule is out. And what about that? Does that starts at regular season, or do we start it at
We started at the regular season. It's the first part of September ordinarily. I have not seen the schedule. I haven't pulled out the book, and I haven't done anything. So don't bug me.
It's too early.
I will send you the schedule. Okay.
Thank
Along
you.
with-
I
along with
appreciate
the
On the
that.
internet.
secret things that are going on inside the, well, Bill knows all the secret things that are going inside the 49ers, and he's getting ready to move out. Okay. Well, I've got it because it's next on the thing. I'm really kind of jumping ahead to next year, and it has to do with the crab feed. I assume that we want to do the crab feed if we can find a proper location, etc. Can I assume that?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. I'll talk to Zenny, St. Peter's, St. Paul's, what
St. Philip's.
St. Philip's. I knew it was one of those guys. And, I'll go over. In fact, we know somebody who's the lady there. So okay, fine. It's finding the location, and that location was perfect for us. But we'll get back to it. Okay. Now, does anybody have anything else for raising money? What else can we do for 2021? Having spent some time at the what was that thing over the weekend where everybody was talking at the same time? And
Convention?
Convention.
the convention, yes. I'm just curious to see what other clubs are doing. So many seem to have in and out driving, come in, we get this and we'll give you the food over here and so forth. I don't think that fits us, but I just want to see if we can find a couple of other things to do. Although with the group we have, we may have enough to do. So just kind of put that in the burner and think on it. Okay.
Going back to the past, Lion Bob, just to review some of our fundraising, we had newspaper drive where we collected newspapers, old newspapers. We had a use of a lot and we had a bin and we got paid for collecting newspapers.
So
And
what's the
then we
newspaper?
participated in fireworks sales with the Daly City Club. They needed manpower. I'm going back 15, 20 years now, but just to review some
Hate
of
to
our,
tell you this, Joe, it was more like 40 years.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember the fireworks.
Yeah, that looks good. Can we do that?
No, because
Not in
it's
San
illegal.
Francisco, I don't think we can do that anymore.
No, it's
Newspapers are
illegal.
nice, but it seems that most of those now are on the web. I'm getting 2 newspapers if you want to take a look at them. The Ingleside Light, it's free. Just go sign up for it. And the other one is the Mission. They have 3 or 4 stories a day, and it just keeps you up on what's going on out in each one of these districts. I take a look at it, and right now it's mostly taking care of people out there and what's going on. But the Ingleside Light comes whenever they do it, which is about once a week, and the Mission also does as well. And then there's a new paper out called, as you know, there are officially 47 hills in San Francisco. This paper calls themselves the 48 Hills, and it's mostly produced by a little place called the Rainbow Grocery, and it covers things that are out in the area around the Rainbow Grocery. But what I'm looking for is what's going on in the neighborhoods and why aren't we penetrating those neighborhoods?
Lion Joe.
if I may, to continue with some of our past fundraisers, another one was our annual golf tournament and barbecue feed.
That was out at the lake.
What kind of feed?
Barbecue,
Oh, barbecue.
right? And they used to take pride in advertising it as a men's only barbecue.
Well,
That means that the men.
So what happens there, Lion Joe? They pick them up, they show up at the barbecue place. What?
Yeah, at the end of the golf tournament, they'd go, and this is usually out at Lake Merced Golf and Country Club. And not Lake Merced.
No,
Lincoln.
we had it at down there in Pacifica,
Pacifica.
and then we used to go to the range, the shooting range, where Mike was a member. We had
Right.
that,
Right.
and we had it at Pacifica there. What was the? Oh man!
Pacific Rod and Gun Company Club.
Yeah. So we had a couple of times. We had the golf tournament there. Help me
I'm
out.
just reviewing some of what we used to do, not that it's feasible at this time with our fewer members than what we had in those days. A lot of our members played golf and they get friends to join them in the tournament. And we got prizes. And then we have sponsorships for the golf holes, what have you. Anyway, these are some of the things that we used to do, not that we can continue doing. Bob Lahan was asking about fundraisers.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, when we had these things, I think we had more members too.
Oh, obviously.
Yeah.
And that's our problem. And always, hey, we can do this, this, and this. Okay, you want to do this, this, and this? Or, or do we want to get more members to do this, this, and this? So that's the dilemma that I think we have.
No
Yeah,
question
that
about
is.
it.
What about if you have an event planned and you ask for voluntary people to help out that can help out on that specific event? Would that do the event justice by having volunteers ahead of time to help out?
Sure, that would, but somebody's got to take the helm and say, okay, I'll take the responsibility for having a golf tournament and I'll get my people to help out. That's fine.
Yeah,
But somebody's got to take it by the bull by the horns and
Right.
let's go with it.
plus advertising.
Or you can also join with other clubs in doing events.
That's,
There you go.
there you go.
Absolutely.
Okay. I've seen that, especially going to the council meeting, that there are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clubs together that are doing things, you know, on you know, and most of them have involved food. Okay. And yeah, those two guys look familiar. Yes. And
This
I
is
mean,
this is the
there are-
this is the last
look
year
at
we
that.
did a golf tournament, 2005, 2006.
George Park, yeah.
And actually Bob Finetch was the chairman at the time.
wow.
So I have no idea off the top of my head what the details were at the time, but that's the last time we had a golf tournament was that.
Yeah.
As far as the men's barbecue, the men's barbecue goes way, way back.
That was before you let us join.
It was what?
Before we allowed the women to
Before you
join.
Us join. Before you let women join.
That is entirely possible. I'll say yes and no.
I'll accept that.
Let me share my screen again, just for the fun of it. If I remember correctly, these are the last photos I have of a men's barbecue. At some point in the late 80s,
Yeah. Pacific Island.
I finally convinced the club to have a golf tournament and tie it to the men's barbecue. And that lasted a few years. Most people here don't know these various members.
Are these all members?
Everybody in this photo right here is a member.
Oh,
There's
Howard Pearson.
Charlie Bonarini, Howard Pearson, Joe Giuffre, Pete Bello, Art Hall, and Sam Sanfilippo. These were all members.
wow.
In fact, here's the ticket for the men's barbecue that particular year,
$12.
1983.
Wow,
$12.
Then
But anyway.
barbecue, that don't go over too good now. Wow.
I'm sorry, Bob, I didn't hear you.
I said, that don't go over too good now. Men's only barbecue.
Yeah, that'll go over like a lead balloon.
Zenny, are you still there? Because you're blank screen right now. All I see is your name.
Uh-oh.
She's chasing the cat. Okay. All right. Anyhow, no, the cat's here.
Bob, at the council, did you hear or learn of any other fundraising events that other clubs are doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard a lot of them, and was that they were doing them. You know, 2 or 3 clubs were getting together to doing it, and secondly, they were mostly food. I mean, there was crab here, there was barbecue here, there was Filipino food over here, and it were all coming by, you know, and you know, pass it through the window and so forth. It wasn't a quote sit down, but we can still do that, even though we might be able to make it a sit down. If we can find a place where we can sit down. And speaking of that, anybody know the status of the Italian American Center? They are open for indoor dinners, if I have my information correct.
Well, Julie Klima is posting on Facebook constantly that they're open for events.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
Well, I think
go ahead.
I think
Sharon.
to check. I think we need to check that out because I think they can be open, but it's for a limited amount of people. It's not open for business as usual. Yeah.
Well, let's check that out, because I'm looking at June and July as things kind of go like this. And how are we going to meet in regards to doing this and in regards to doing something in person? Do we do one like this where we zoom it out and like the business meeting? And then for the other meeting, we go out and find the Italian American Center, and so we can
Well-
actually see each other.
That's what we voted on before earlier.
Good.
We had decided that we would do the board meeting on Zoom and the membership meeting at the restaurant
Good. All right.
in person. But now I don't know if that's okay with Julie.
Well, let's find out. The key there is the center and Julie. So let's find out what they're doing on Wednesday. And if we can begin doing this maybe in June, if not June, July.
Well, listen on June the 15th, because that's when the governor, I think, is supposed to be giving out details about when he's going to open up the state
Uh,
for business as usual.
June 15th.
June the 15th.
Okay.
Right now, some of the places are 25%, some at 50%. No, but I don't think anybody has opened at 100% yet.
well, the club's got a lot of space to open up, so I don't think it would be an issue if we could get in there. The only issue is the fact if they could do it on a Wednesday, and if it would be profitable for them to do it, to have 10 of us, 12 of us sitting there, etc. But
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that we want to do it, one here, one there, and get back to it sometime within the next couple of months.
Well, you want to take a formal vote?
No, I'm just throwing it out. I will do a little research with the club and find out what she can do. But the one thing that I do have scheduled, and some of you have received information on this, has to do with Saturday, July 17th
Yes.
at the Basque Center, and quote, a installation luncheon.
Yes.
I've been communicating with Francois, okay, and he says the following. We can provide a lunch at the cost of $30 per person, including salad, bread, butter, coffee, gratuity, and tax. You can have two selections from roast leg of lamb, that's mine, veal, oxtail, salmon, chicken cote bleu, and pork ossobuco. Wait a minute. We will need to have the exact count, at least 2 choices 1 week prior to. Okay. The room would be the room of, when you go into the club, it's on the left. We've been in it before. It can be set up for the meeting. I've already talked to, this is the thing that gets me, past district governor, all the initials that everybody have when I go to these meetings.
Mario Buenavente.
Mario
Benavente.
Benavente. I keep wanting to say, I don't keep wanting Benavente.
Benavente.
He'd love to do it. So I think we can, hook him in and one of the guests that I have in mind, and to come in and do the installation to help us with the awards, those that we've already done and those that we might do, and get together and see what each of us look like, if we can bring ourselves a guest, and, just kind of have a get together in July the 17th, which would be, it's 2 months from now. So
I think the timing and the location are excellent, because it's kicking off the new administrative year, and he concurs that the date's open, the location's open. We're in agreement on the price and the menu and the venue and everything, and I think we should run with it.
good.
Yeah,
Well,
I agree.
most important thing
Except
about
that
the venue, they got parking.
You just have to choose the entree, the 2 entree that they offered.
Yes, Lyle?
At our last meeting, we discussed this a little bit, and I'll voice my only concern as treasurer. I am very concerned as to whether we can actually get 20 people or not. Because
Well, it has-
the club will be on the hook for anything less than 20, I believe.
I realize that's your concern, and I've talked to Francois, and any place from 15 and above, that's that's fine. Okay, he's not gonna
My
make it-
experience with them, and I've had a lot, is that they're quite flexible. They don't ask for guarantees.
They
Oh,
don't,
sure.
yeah. Because I told him we'd have maybe 15, 17 people if we were lucky. And he says, that's okay, just show up. So,
Yes,
No, they're very flexible. We go there once a month with the contractors, with George, and sometimes we have 8 people, and they just charge us for whoever
shows up.
shows up.
yeah.
Just
Well, I think the numbers, as far as people are concerned, if we get our 17, 18, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here, and some of you can 6, 7, 8, 9. Some of you can bring a guest or a friend or whatever, and maybe we can fix Steve up. He can use some help.
they
And,
just charge for the people that show up. Even when you give them a number 10, 12 days prior to the event, when they ask for a confirmation, they still don't bind you to it. That's been
no, they still do. He
my
just
experience.
wants a food count more than anything else. How many for the lamb, etc. But they can make that up at the last minute. We have enough experience with them. I just want to know from you: does the date work? And can we bring a guest and or 2 or 3 and and do it that way? I mean, that's just a
Have you-
formally. And I
Have
know
you thrown that date to Mario?
Oh, we talked about it this morning, correct? Yeah, we're already on. We booked it, and
Good.
I know Lyle can do something like this. Okay, I don't know, what are we, 74, 75 or something like that. These are a bunch of old guys, and then as Joe gave me, it's a piece of his history from the. I haven't shown this or talked to Mario about it, but I'll be out there within the next week or two. 2003 prices at the center. It says roast leg of lamb, $10.25. It's just amazing the way things have changed. All right.
Now, we're supposed to pick, the club has to pick 2 entrees. Is that what
Yeah.
it is?
No, they've given us all the entrees there. All he wants is a count of how many went lamb, how many went ossobuco.
I thought he said, I thought it
choose
said
2, Bob,
2.
is what he said. Read it
2.
again.
Yeah, it says you
Well,
have
then
to
we
choose
need-
2.
Then we need one meat and 1 fish. I'll talk. Well, we'll talk. Okay.
Whatever is good for the members, Bob. I mean, it's not your choice. But you have to choose 2 main entree.
Well, I will tell you that I think we've eaten everything that's on this list here, and I mean the veal is always good, and of course the salmon is always good. So anyhow, that's just, and with all the other things that come with it, we might get something else as well. But I just want to make sure that we can all get the 17th on our personal calendars, along with whomever our guests might be.
To play it safe, Bob, pick 1 meat and 1 fish dish.
Yeah.
That plays it safe.
Would you get off of there, please? Excuse me.
He's talking to the cat, not any one of you.
I was getting ready to
The
leave.
cat likes this.
yeah, me too, Lyle.
Here, it's down on the floor now.
He's talking to the cat who's messing with his computer.
Yeah, she gets over here. She's gonna hit the cord from the phone, and she sees the cord from the camera, and she goes, "Oh, I can play with that." Oh, okay, where'd you
jealous.
go?
You're not paying attention to her.
That's it. Absolutely, that's it. She wants to go out. There, she's back. She wants to go
Okay,
outside.
let's go back to the
Okay,
meeting,
let's go
Mr.
back to-
President.
All right, so that's okay. We can do that. All right. Now, is there anything else that any of you would like to bring up as we sneak in on the end of the year?
I'd like to get a report from Sharon about the club's district convention.
Oh, be very good. Yes. Sharon, can you give us some comments, please, on the convention and what you thought and what,
Well,
Anything
Um,
noteworthy take place?
anything noteworthy? No.
Yes,
Well, you had the election, you had the election results, which were, not in doubt.
right.
The
No
new
surprises.
president, then the first and second vice presidents,
Kevin Guest
uh,
coming up.
governor. Well, I don't remember all the guests. The district governor has a guest, the first vice district governor brings in a guest, and the second vice district governor brings in a guest. But I don't remember who they all were.
No, I
the
said
new-
guests, Kevin Guest. I didn't mention guests.
What did you say?
The guest.
Guest, the second vice district governor. Kevin Guest.
Oh, Kevin Guest. Oh, yeah. Yeah, but they were all, I mean, yeah, he's
Everything
the
was
only new
approved.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, nobody had any opposition, so you only had the three people to vote for it.
right.
I guess you could have written somebody in, but I mean, it was already decided who the new cabinet was going to be, and then the new governor, gave out his zone people and his region people, and some of the picks I don't know are kind of questionable, but
Oh, you announced them, the cabinet officers?
yeah. And it was recorded, so it should be somewhere online where you can go and listen to it.
I thought you'd save me the time.
Yeah, and well, they did a game on Saturday, and did they do two on Sunday or two on? Anyway, they did, and it was kind of a fun game. It was a trivia game, but it was kind of different. That Mario did. Excuse me.
yeah,
Past
Yeah,
district
Mario did.
governor, past
Yeah.
district governor Mario did, and he's going to actually the next coordinating council meeting next Wednesday is going to be a joint meeting with the Peninsula Council, and our first vice president is trying to work with PDG Mario to do that same game at our meeting. It's a really fun game, but it's they had a few technical problems with it.
Well, we always do, but I thought the questions were, kind of neat. A lot of them about, history of Lions and who was fair, what was the first club here,
It was
there,
different and
et
fun.
cetera.
It was
And something
different.
about Admiral Byrd going to the North and South Pole. I'm not quite sure about that. but,
We had a lot of different questions, and some of them were hard and some of them were easy. He kind of mixed them up. Some of them, like Bob said, some of them had to do with the Lions, and then some of them was other history type questions, and it was fun. But there really wasn't. I don't remember anything outstanding happening. So they did say that who was that gentleman? Governor Lyon, was he was from Connecticut? Is he a international president? Anyway, he was some mucky muck, and he said that,
Yeah, director or something, okay.
yeah, some mucky muck, and he said that they passed a new rule that says you can only run 3 times for either zone chair or region chair, because they want people to they want to have new people coming in who are potential leaders and
Well,
want
you don't actually run for those offices, Sharon, as you know.
No, I know that. That's the wrong. But I mean, he wants people to come in and those positions to change hands and not have the same. Because there's one person that's been a zone chair 8 times, and he doesn't want that. They want those positions to turn over so that they can bring in fresh people who want to be leaders and eventually be a new district governor.
It
or a
sounds like, yeah, we've got to move the youngsters, that's anybody under 50, up through the system and let them know that it's available to them. And that's one thing I got from it too.
Yeah. So it's, I mean, it is kind of cliquish in a way because it's the same people that kind of siphon through all of the different governors. So we'll see. I don't know. I was asked to be on the cabinet this year and I turned it down because quite frankly, I'm tired. And I think it's, should give somebody an opportunity that hasn't had that honor to be on a cabinet.
We wanted you to continue to go up the chairs, Sharon, so we could run you for governor.
No.
You don't want to, you don't want to be head of the council? Come on, Sharon.
No. I don't want to be head of the council either. You don't know how disorganized those people are.
Yes,
I do know.
somebody gave me an expression for that, but I won't.
I mean, they're wonderful people. Don't get me wrong. Peter Lamb is doing a great job and August is doing a great job. But the folks that came before them were not very well organized. And there's not a lot of history of the council that was passed on from one administration to the next. So it gets to be very confusing.
Okay. Well, at least we're kind of moving along as our own club and with some of the things that we do. And I think we can, unless something dramatic comes in, kind of stay with what we have, see if it works, see if we can get back to a couple of things. I mean, one of them, that I know that I personally enjoy is going back to the Mission Ed Center, but that's going to depend upon whether the Mission Ed Center even returns to doing the things that they did before, right?
Yeah.
So we don't know, but we'll check on that and so forth. So outside of that, and so anybody have anything else they want to impart with us before we?
Bob,
Yes.
are you going to notify Margot Clues about the July
yes.
17th date?
Yes, that was going to be, I have that down here. Once we're settled on this, I will send a note with Lyle's help because I need an address to Margot and tell her about it and ask her if she and anybody can show up at that. I'll also send something to Al, although I don't think Al can make it. Okay, and that's, I'm sure the will is there, but the body is not at the moment. But we'll see.
He'll see it in the bulletin, Bob.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's also a good form to send him an
I don't think you have
invite.
to make a special effort for
Yeah.
Al Gentili. Just let him.
But I have something for him, and I think that Zen and I will personally visit him before the meeting and
Okay.
give it to him. So I just want to do a little bit of that, for him. Okay, so here we are. Bill, you. Oh yes, Lion Lyle has a motion or a question. There it is.
I forwarded this notice
I got
to
this.
a few people today, and
Yes.
this is concerning the 4C4 District Officer Leadership Training on June 5th. There are 3 modules. First one's at 9 a.m. for President, Vice President, or Communications and Marketing.
June the 5th.
The second is at 11 for Secretary or Membership Chairs. The third is at 1 o'clock for treasurer or service officers. I just wanted to share that. That's all.
Yeah, thank you. I got that. That's good to know that's. This is
And
one
I
of the.
think it says somewhere, or this came up at the convention. You don't have to be an officer to do that. Anybody who's interested in learning about leadership can join those sessions.
Yes, there are any number of training sessions and whatnot that come along that are published in our bulletin and stuff. And you don't have to hold any particular position to go and see any of those.
Yeah.
I've attended a number this year, and generally speaking, they're pretty good. Sometimes it's kind of unusual. They have a slide. They'll read the slide, as their presentation. So it's a little bit strange, but that's the way they do it.
That's the way some people do it. Let me have one personal question. Bob Finish, how's the knee doing?
And it's coming along fine. I'm so happy with it. It's with the doctor Tuesday. He said I'm 6 to 8 weeks ahead of schedule.
Oh, you're really taking care of yourself.
Yeah, it's coming along fine. Very pleased with it, very pleased.
That's good. That's good. And Bill, you look like you're technically now up, catch up with the rest of us, right?
For me,
Huh?
Pick it up, Bill.
I've only had one glass of wine. I'm not ready. I wasn't ready for the meeting.
Well, I want to wake you up to make your motion. Would you please?
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second,
Okay.
everybody's in favor.
Okay, and everybody, vote for it, please. Thank you very much.
All
Okay,
right.
it's been another exciting Wednesday.
George,
Thank you. Thank you.
George,